Hello there. Yes, you. Yes, you looking at this video at this very moment. I know you haven't subscribed, and if you don't, and if you're a fan of Manchester United, there's some bad news for you. Because if you don't subscribe right now, Manchester United won't win the Premier League ever again and will be relegated. So, do you want that to happen? No, right? So, make sure you subscribe. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel Shamballism HD. Another day, another video, and today we're going to speak about the potential lineup for Manchester United to win the Premier League next season. Now, it really looks like Manchester United are going to have a very good window, and there are many big names being thrown around like Varane, Trippier and Kamavinga in this window, and obviously Jadon Sancho, who has already been signed by Manchester United after a long wait. After almost 1 year of negotiations, Manchester United have finally signed Jadon Sancho. So it's really looking promising for next season, and I think if Manchester United use this predicted lineup next season, they can win the Premier League. Now, as a fan, will I say Manchester United can win the Premier League? Hell yes, of course they can win the Premier League. But as a neutral, I'll say absolutely not, because however good our lineup is, we can't underrate the work Thomas Tuchel has done for Chelsea last season, and also the great form City were in last season, and also Liverpool aren't going to be with any injuries this time around, and I think Van Dijk is going to be back. So it does look difficult for United to win the Premier League, and to win the Premier League nowadays you need at least 90 points. So it's going to be difficult, not impossible, but difficult. So let's see what lineup we need to win the Premier League title. But before that, if you are watching this video, make sure that you subscribe to my channel, dude. Because if you don't subscribe to my channel right now, then Manchester United aren't going to win the Premier League for the next 10 years and are going to get relegated. So if you want that to happen, sure, you can proceed without subscribing. So if you aren't subscribed, make sure you subscribe to my channel, and after that, let's get right into this.
Martial is isolated. Skirtle here. Oh yes! Welcome to Manchester United, Anthony Martial!
So the lineup that is on your screen right now, ladies and gentlemen, is the lineup I feel United will need next season if they want to mount a Premier League challenge. So very simple, we've gone with the back four of Shaw, Maguire, Varane and Wan-Bissaka. So obviously, in the recent weeks, there have been many reports about Rafael Varane from Real Madrid, who's going to join Manchester United. And if this signing does take place, it's going to be absolutely fantastic, because Maguire and Varane will give us something really different at the back. Varane has great leadership. He's a serial winner, and the deal does look very positive. And Fabrizio Romano, the tier 1 journalist, has given many updates, and he too has been sounding very positive of Varane joining Manchester United. So let's see what happens. Varane is right now on vacation, and he is going to come back and make it clear to Real Madrid, who he is very respectful of, that he wants to leave. And also many Spanish outlets are stating that Varane is going to leave the club. So the only problem left is going to be the negotiations with Real Madrid, with many outlets stating that there is around a 10 million difference in the valuation between Manchester United and Real Madrid. Varane with Maguire, called Magrane, as many fans are calling it, will bring something dynamic and will push our team up the field. Something which didn't happen last season when we had Maguire and Lindelof, because both of them are, in their own respect, are very good centre backs, but they just don't have that pace, and that's why the manager had to bring the team a few yards back. We didn't push the team forward. We played two central defensive midfielders. The fullbacks used to tuck in, so there was a lot of protection, especially I feel because of Lindelof, because of the lack of pace. So I feel with Varane coming in, who is obviously very strong in the air and is much faster than Lindelof, that will give something dynamic to the team and will change it up completely. I feel we can push the full attacking line, say 10 meters upfield, because then you don't need to worry about the two centre backs. And I feel making this signing will, of course, going to help our defense, but at the same time, it will benefit our attack a lot. So, hopefully, this deal does take place. Hopefully, United act smart, and it looks like this deal is going to go through. I'm very confident, and hopefully, in the next 2 weeks, maybe United should be holding that Manchester United shirt. Now, coming to the midfield, of course, it's the magnificent Bruno Fernandes who picks himself in the team, so there's no point, going about him, because he's, one of the first names on this team sheet. Now, coming to the base of the midfield, which is right now on your screen, it's Pogba and Camavinga, and it's the position Pogba needs to play in. The whole last season, we rarely got to see Pogba in the midfield. He was usually on the wings, and I don't think we get to see the best of Pogba when he plays on the wing. And even for France, he had a great Euros for France, and you can see how explosive a player he is in the middle of the park. But for Pogba to stay in the midfield, we need to buy a central defensive midfielder. We can't go on with McTominay and Fred, because both of them aren't central defensive midfielders. They themselves, I feel, are more box to box in their game. So with McTominay and Fred, Pogba, you can't unlock his potential in the midfield. You need to buy a CDM. Now, I think he'll stay at United. Few sources are stating that he might go to PSG for around 50 million. But this is up to Pogba to decide. Pogba has 2 or 3 options. One is he stays at United for 1 season. He sees how we perform, and then he makes a choice, because next season, and then he can look around for other clubs. And the other option is he goes this season, or he waits again next season, and if he don't play well, he's going to go away anyway. So Pogba, I feel he'll stay this season, but next season I think is the season he will leave the club. But as of now, I feel Pogba is going to stay at the club, and he will also need to perform well if United have a chance for that Premier League title. Now, lastly, I'm going to speak about the keeping situation. On your screen right now is going to be David De Gea as the main keeper, because I just don't see how De Gea can be sold with such high wages. Personally, I will choose Dean Henderson as the keeper, but having a player with such high wages on the bench just doesn't make sense at all. So I feel Solskjaer will opt for De Gea, and if he doesn't perform well, of course, Dean Henderson will, take that spot. But it doesn't make sense. We just signed Tom Heaton, we have David De Gea, we have Dean Henderson, and we also have Lee Grant. So we have 4 keepers, four first choice keepers. So we don't know. I don't know what the thought process is with the keepers, to be very honest. We should be offloading one of De Gea or Henderson this season, but apparently that doesn't look like that's going to happen, and we're going to be stuck with both of them again this time around. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure that you subscribe to my channel and smash that like button, and check out my other videos that I have recently uploaded. So that's it for today, guys. I'll see you in a bit.